Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. Alright, how are you? Oh. Oh.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Saints going up against the Buccaneers. With that, let's get out to Raymond James Stadium. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No problem. No problem. Night.
Enjoy your game.
I'll do my best.
Who are you playing against?
Good friend. Who are you playing against?
No, I'm going to sleep.
Oh.
Is Michelle staying at Annalisa?
No, she has a cold.
Did you try Leslie?
That return, it will not be on the postseason highlight reel. If you're the offensive coordinator, you've just changed your play calling because you thought you might have some field to work with. Instead, now, you've got to call plays that won't make mistakes.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Now the first carry for Matt Jones. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Bashaud Breeland, the one that got him down. And here's a look at the starting offense. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Huli Kikaha made a change in position while at the University of Washington, moving from defensive end to outside linebacker. That's exactly where he needs to play in the NFL. A terror coming off the edge.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, Mariota in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game, and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one.
How are you doing?
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. On 2nd down, Lynch. And he whips that one incomplete there. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
On 3rd down, Lynch. And this is caught by Jackson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was a tremendous play by the defensive line. We always talk about leverage versus any play. How about versus the draw? Underneath, they get into the backfield and make a big-time play.
Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
fumbling
Bay
game.
trots out there now. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrived at this 2-0 score. See if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board, knowing
Looks like
that
soccer.
Exactly. And knowing that you did it to give those points up for your team. Now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it.
And they'll run it here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Mariota, and a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bucs have taken the lead. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back up.
No problem. Well, trying. Not very well. Oh, really? Ooh. Yeah, that's good.
And pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, here's Lynch. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Huh? Yeah, I thought I was, but it didn't happen.
They
You
come out
jumped at
here
the
in
right
the
time.
eye.
Okay.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, this is caught inside the 15. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning, and then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Mariota on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast, but sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Steps away to his left.
Nice to miss the guy. Oh my God.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marcus Mariota. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
It was very fast.
And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
I got it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They begin with Henry, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You got the wide receivers that have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
Here's Thomas. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove.
I like him myself.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Second down, Mariota. Backing up. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gold. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Out to his left. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
Yes.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Matt Jones, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And he knocks it through.
I tried.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick
I pressed
this
the
one
button
away.
so he would jump, but he didn't do it so well. I don't know what
It's a
happened.
short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Off the play fake. Here's Lynch. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Returnable for Thomas. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. He's got him in. Complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Oh, okay.
Here's Martin now
That was a good
following the
trade.
score as he'll send this one away. Now White on the return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. On 2nd down, Lynch. To the left side here for Eifert. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, He'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Let's go. Lynch now throwing on third. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. On second down, here's Lynch. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Lynch looking to throw on second. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and 2, now Lynch. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. The scout troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
They'll run forward with Henry. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 48. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
You know what? Now and then it pays to take chances in this league. You can't play everything by the book. You're on your own side of the 50, but all you need is a few short yards. And they're able to convert to keep the drive going.
He dumps it off for Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. From the gun, it's Lynch. And Aiken with it over the middle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you just say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And that'll make this a 19-point game. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
It seems like everybody's changing their names to their teams these days.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down. And Tampa Bay tries out there now. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
I did that to somebody the other day. He rolled onto the 20, and he ran back into the damn thing.
Deep drop. And Cooks hands it over the
Drop
middle.
it? No.
And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Over the top.
Final play of the half here. Mariota backing up. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you cross-state to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley, he's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And ready now for 2nd and 9. second down, Lynch. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know. I was like, what the
That
hell?
screen there on second down certainly
Where did he
didn't
come
develop how
from?
they had hoped. Is that one they should have even
woke
tried,
up
or is that
and-
one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down,
Yeah, but
just
obviously
throw it at the
he's
feet
a
of
quick
your intended
340
receiver so that
pounds.
no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you
Horrible.
come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack.
Yes, he
It's
is.
going to lead him to fourth down.
I think I gotta
Here
change my
comes
left
the
tackle,
Saints
dude.
punter now, standing just
I don't know
outside
who
his
to
own
put in,
goal
but
line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
Oh, so wanted to hit
Officially, that'll be
it, and
marked
he
down as
blocked
just a
him.
28-yard punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about
Yeah.
the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down,
Something
not giving
take
up any
over,
points,
damn it.
and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now
Horrible.
and show them a little
Just horrible.
respect and some gratitude
Oh.
by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2
just
yards
ran
on
right
the pickup
through.
there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in
that man.
bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
Probably your injury.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guy.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it
Thank
to
you,
the
Mr. Ishmael.
24-yard line.
It's about time you
Now
do
the
something
Saints
useful.
offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly
jumped
needing
from
to
the
avoid what
left-hand
happened on the
side.
last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them
Yeah,
here.
this
They
is
know the
shot
score.
for them.
They know the situation.
All
And
right.
by the way, the
Everybody
punter
block to the
no longer
left,
exists
all
for
right?
their offense.
Can you
That's
do
how they
that?
have to treat
Thank
this
you.
drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's Lynch to the left side here for Eifert. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Thank you.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it
That's
is
why
to
I
cover
like Mr.
tight ends,
Eifert.
especially
I
the
have
ones
never
around
gotten
the
rid of him.
NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make
He's
it
the
in
only
that league.
body
I
that
had a
does
really
anything useful on my
difficult time.
team.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On second down, here's Henry.
Damn!
And there just continues to be nowhere
Oh,
to run.
jumped
He's
on my
bottled up
ass.
again at
My
the line
lord.
of scrimmage.
I do
That
know
was
from
some
experience that
crazy
when you
ass.
slow down someone's running game,
He
you're not
jumped
doing
over
the
people to
dictating
tackle
on
my ass.
defense.
I was like,
And guess
really?
what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now it's Lynch. And Eifert has it. And he's taken
it's
down
right for
at the
that yardage
43,
right there,
but
Mr.
not
Eifert.
before picking up the first.
why I pay you the
It's a
big bucks.
10-yard pickup, and it moves the chain.
Fucked up my whole cat
Offense
because
comes
of
to the
him.
line now, 1st and 10.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas is find soft spots and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Lynch to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they tried to run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
I know you had a son. I didn't know he was on your team.
He deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket. And he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively.
That
brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right
like
for a screen pass to break for big yardage.
Looks like I was playing that game.
The timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Throwing, Mariota.
Come on, catch that, not bat it.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Yeah. I tried, but he went the wrong way. He turned his back towards it and went for the tackle instead of jumping forward like I planned.
Back now in Tampa.
You gotta find a better defense than a run game. That's for damn sure. I used to be so good at defense where I would still lose, but my defense was better.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Forget what I did.
First down, Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Stacy McGee in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to this down to the 35-yard line.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL,
Nice running
you
back.
might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think
Yes,
people
but
feel the same
you
way
controlled your
nowadays.
dude very nicely.
Argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And how
Why are
it
you
turns
jumping
out,
from
it
behind?
turns out.
They'll get 23 yards there. And it'll give the Bucs a first down.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
And right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Second down following the incompletion. Another pistol look here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. He'll rifle it and got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all of that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Where's 52? Like 52. 52's the mic. Watch it now, Marty.
On second down, here's Lynch. And his throw is incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? You go with a bigger guy to try and use size. You try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
No. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out come the Bucs now. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They go play action here on first down. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 50 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
I like that.
On second down, Mariota again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On third down, Mariota. Deep drop. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's Lynch down around the goal line. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
I can't remember the guy's name.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Ow.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Yes, I did.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Second and 10 now. It's Lynch. And he drops it incomplete.
What,
and their
those
struggles
before?
continue here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
3 down. Here we go.
Oh, Lord.
Here we go. Lynch on fourth down. He's got time. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board. But kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing here, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Haole Kikaha coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it'll be fourth down. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
That was bitter. I don't know who he face masked, but okay. Oh, Lord. The statistics been given as far as penalties are ridiculous.
They'll throw on first down with Lynch. And incomplete.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense. There's a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
Now Lynch. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
All right.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. On first and 10, it's Lynch.
No!
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
On third down, Lynch. And a dump off to White.
No, no! Oh, come on!
Before reaching the 8-yard line.
Nice thing.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive...